Hello, this video is a follow-up to the first one I made a few weeks ago, and I just wanted to say thank you for all the cool, nice comments on that. As someone that doesn't feel like I have a community, it was really nice to have so many people welcoming me and things, so yeah, thanks for that. This video is gonna delve into something I mentioned a little bit in that video, but thought I could kind of go into a little bit more, and that is minimalism and this attempt at becoming goth. So yeah, and just how the two affect each other and things. So I'm reading off my laptop, which is why I'm looking down. So what I have realised and mentioned in my last video is that I see the goth community as very creative, and they gather inspiration from the world around them for their fashion and their decor, as well as, you know, goths throughout history from when they sort of stemmed in the 80s up until now. Obviously you're going to be inspired by the world around you and different cultures and subcultures of fashion and all this sort of stuff. But overall the goth aesthetic is one that loves dark and macabre things, and a lot of people express that in obviously the spaces that they have, like it might be a whole house or maybe just a room in a flat, which is kind of my current situation. And interestingly, sometimes those spaces can appear to me quite cluttered, and there's a lot of like knickknacks and things like that, and oddities all over the walls, maybe art they've collected, little trinkets, lots of really cool things. I've even heard some goths describe themselves as crows because they're attracted to little shiny things or little objects that sort of bring them joy and they like to have around them. And that's totally understandable because you want to have a space that you love. For me, personally, I don't like cluttered or spaces with a lot of stuff in it. I really like a clean aesthetic where you sort of have room to let your brain do what it needs to do, if that makes sense. As a creative and as someone that actually works from their desk in their room, it's very important for me to have an uncluttered space because there's always a lot going on in here because I'm writing and I'm thinking about 100 things at once. And though some people, especially creatives, might find it very inspiring to have little bits and pieces around, I just feel like it's so many things for me to focus on other than what my brain needs to do for my work. So personally, I don't feel like I could live in a space that is stereotypically goth. And I'm not saying that every surface in their home is covered in little things. Obviously that's not the case. But yeah, I just think it's an interesting thing that I've noticed about a lot of goths. And also the way they dress can be a quite layered look with jewellery and different belts and corsets and things, which I think looks so beautiful. But then as someone that identifies as more minimalist, my style, my, you know, physical expression of who I am is quite minimal as well, so I'm not into wearing layers upon layers of different beautiful things, even though I admire them. So what will I say next? So I have found ways to update my life or my room, my new room, to a more gothic aesthetic through not spending too much money, because as I said in the last video, it can be tempting to want to buy new things to match a certain aesthetic, which in this case is goth. So I've found ways to, yeah, just slowly develop into that style without just going crazy and spending so much money. So I've bought new bedding. I've got a beautiful new duvet cover that is black. I've got sheets and pillows that are black, my nice satin pillowcases, which are also very good for hair. And those were necessities for me because I was moving, so it wasn't like I just went out and wasted everything I already had because I didn't really have a whole lot of other bedding. So yeah. And then I had a couple of photo frames which I can show you. This is one. This used to be gold, but I bought some paint from the hardware store for like $7 and painted it black. And now, instead of having it hiding away in a drawer because I don't like gold, I'm able to enjoy it and it fits into my aesthetic. And I didn't have to waste what I already had. And now, you know, I've got something that matches what I want my room to look like at the moment. Yes. Something I've also realised is there's no way to have a perfect aesthetic. Not everything in my room is going to be black, even if I go out and buy everything, because I'm not the kind of person that's going to throw out the things that I already have that I can still make use of just because it doesn't fit who I currently am. So it's sort of like an evolution, but it's not gonna happen at once. It's kind of like minimalism as an entire concept. Yeah, you can do the whole thing where you go into your room and just throw everything out at once, but kind of in the real world that doesn't really happen. It's something that requires maintenance and you can slowly do it, and I've been doing it for years and years, and I would still say that, you know, there's always things you could get rid of, but whether or not you want to, for money reasons, it's good to hold on to certain things. Yeah, so have to just accept that it's not going to be perfect, and I can identify as goth or however I want to without having my entire room and world be a certain way. Yes, I think that's everything that I wanted to say. It's just something that I've been thinking about a lot lately. Yeah, I'm sure other perfectionists out there can understand that, and especially at this quite changing time in my life, it's been really important to think about that and remember who I am as well. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments if you've got something to add, or yeah, just if you want to say hi, because it's so cool that my last video got quite a few views, but it wasn't just about the views, it was about the people that actually commented on the videos. Yeah, it was a nice week getting to reply to all these comments from nice people. So anyway, thank you for watching. Bye.